Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. Today is a live at lunchtime for me. Get the clicks in, get the likes in, get all that stuff in. Today we'll be going over, obviously what is said in the thumbnail, the Paredes and what's needed, is he needed. And then we'll also go over what happened during the game on Sunday. We'll go over what happens on the game on Sunday because there's new breaking news about that. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Julian Gennady. Let's get into it right away. Let's get into the game first, because it's the easiest thing to get rid of or to get out of the way. So, due to ongoing conflicts in Israel, we had a game on Sunday against Atletico Madrid, and that game's not happening anymore. It's postponed. It got canceled there, and now we have our game at Contenassa in Italy, in Turin, at our practice facility, and we're still playing Atletico Madrid, and it's at, I think, lunchtime, my time, and I think 6 o'clock in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Romeo Agresti just tweeted something. So, yeah, Justin, what's up? How's it going? So the game time is now at 12 noon, or Eastern Standard Time, and it's at Juventus practice facility. So, I don't know if we're still doing a watch along for that because now everything's changed. Justin, if you know anything, or Ale, if he's watching, let me know so I can relay the message, because if we can't watch it, I don't know how we're going to do a watch along. So there's that. So as always, stay tuned. So now that's out of the way, let's talk about the thumbnail and all that stuff. It's about Paredes. Okay, so Justin's asking what time is it for us? 12 noon. That's what I'm getting. Let me just double check that and go to what Agresti said. He said 6, so 1800 hours, so 6 p.m. CEST, so that's 12 o'clock for us, Justin. And again, it's at the Contenassa, behind closed doors, so no fans are allowed. I don't even know if it's going to be broadcasted. Maybe on YouTube, maybe on something. I have no idea. No idea. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know. Also, actually, before we talk about Paredes, I just want to have a moment of silence for what could have been with Dejan Kulusevski. If you guys don't know, he's still a baller, like I've been saying forever. I don't care. I don't want to take too much time out of this live to dedicate to Kulusevski because he's not a Juventus player anymore. But the kid is still a baller. He's not even 20. I think he might be 22 years old. He is a baller. He got a goal and assist today. He has the most assists in the Premier League since he arrived. I'm a bit. I'm butthurt about that. I'm still butthurt about that. I get he wasn't great for Juventus. I get it, but you should have just given him some time. Egan Adams is saying, I don't understand how Kulusevski can be so good for Tottenham and can't perform for Juventus. He had a goal and assist today. Yeah, absolutely. I'll never know what happened, why Allegri didn't like him. Is it because the Premier League doesn't play? Is it because the Premier League plays a high line and he can exploit the space in behind? Maybe, but at the same time, just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. So, we'll move on from Kulusevski now. I just wanted to give him a shout out because I'm still a big Kulu fan. And I watched the whole game and he was brilliant. Moving on, I don't know how I want to approach this. Because I want to approach the Paredes news and give you my thoughts on Paredes himself and the role that we need. So the role that Juventus need, and they're trying to profile out here, is a regista. Now, I'm going to read exactly from a website called The Coach's Voice. So what are the responsibilities of a regista? The regista is a creative player who operates in front of the defense, almost always in the central position, and looks to get on the ball as often as possible. They are responsible for providing the link between defense and attack and controlling the tempo of the game through their passing. The regista is also known as a deep-lying playmaker. They retain their deep position and dictate their team's play with their distribution. Okay, so what are their roles when in possession? From their position in front of the defense, the regista is responsible for receiving passes from defenders or the goalkeeper and moving the ball into space. They have to be comfortable taking the ball when under pressure from any direction, so awareness of their surroundings and an ability to use that information to play their way out of trouble is hugely important. Okay, so here we go. There's a dislike because I held up the Kulusevski shirt, I bet. But I've just explained what a regista is. Can Rovella do that? Yes. Can Locatelli do that? Yes. Can Paredes do that? Yes. So all those players, that's the correct profile. What does we need Locatelli not to do that, though. We need him to play more advanced and play as Mezzala. He needs to be a number 8 because he can be productive in that role. We need creativity in midfield. We need players to score goals from midfield and create more from midfield, especially that we all know Paul Pogba's out. Okay, noted. Is Rovella ready to start for Juventus in order for us to win the Scudetto? Can Rovella take on that role of being the starting central midfielder regista and allow us to win the Scudetto if he is the main regista? David Bowman is saying regista role is overrated. That may be factual, but guess what? Our coach wants a regista. So if you don't want to hear that, I don't know what to tell you. Allegri wants it. So if we're getting what Allegri wants, we're either rolling with Rovella starting the whole season, Paredes coming in and starting, or Locatelli being used at where he's not going to be the most productive. So you tell me in the chat, out of those three scenarios, do you want Rovella to start and us probably not win the Scudetto because he's inexperienced and, to be honest, I don't. He wastes a lot of possession. He's not the most fine, like he's the most refined on the ball with his passing accuracy and all that. Do you want Locatelli to stay there and play in the regista role? Or do you want Paredes to come in, bump Locatelli up, and you have a proper, experienced regista player to start the season? You tell me. Again, I'm not saying Paredes is great. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what Allegri wants and the current players we have in that position and the current situation that we're in. He's not the worst case scenario if he was brought in. If you overspend on him and all that stuff, absolutely it's wrong. Absolutely don't do it. If it's a loan and it's not an obligation, you test the waters out, see how Paredes does, then I don't mind it at all. If PSG wants 20 million from what I've read recently, then you don't do it. I'm sorry. You do not do that deal. It's too much money. There's too many ifs more than absolutes. And Raven is saying exactly what I'm saying. Debadutta is saying what I'm saying too. If it's a loan, and if Paredes is going to be a loan, take him as a loan. I say do it. Rovella can be the vice regista. Locatelli can be the main Mezzala. If Paredes gets hurt, Locatelli slides back, or Rovella goes in for those couple of games that he's hurt. The only way Paredes also comes is if Arthur definitely leaves and another dude leaves. Another midfielder leaves, whether that be Rabiot, Mac, Zach, Rovella, Fagioli. One of those dudes have to go in order. So 2 more midfielders currently on our squad have to leave if Paredes was to come in. And that's it. And that's the scenario there. I have stats. I have stats that portray why Paredes would be good for this team. Because we want Locatelli to play forward, and this is a per 9. This is over the last calendar year. So from like August 5th to August 5th, 2021 to August 5th, 2022. So I'll show my screen. Oh no, okay, you guys can see. Okay. So, you can see on the left-hand side of your screens here is passing percentages. He's in the 99th percentile for every passing statistic except for like expected assists and passes attempted long. So obviously you can see that one point of the Regista role was to keep the ball, move it forward, and retain possession. So to me, it looks like he's excellent at that statistically. And when you watch him for PSG, and especially Argentina, because when he plays for Argentina, he's great. But when you see him play for PSG, he does keep the ball nicely. He gives the ball to Verratti. He gives the ball to Neymar. He always looks to go forward first. Obviously, one of the main traits of Ravella was that we all noticed he's busy. He's busy on the ball. He likes to go look for it, go get it, and go play. Sometimes, actually most of the time, it was backwards or sideways from him. But we can see with Paredes here. Wait, where's my stat? Oh, it's down here. Scroll down a bit. No, where's the possession stats? There, touches. When Paredes plays, he has 104 touches per 90 minutes. 104. That's very busy. I think I don't know if Ravella is going to be that high. I didn't really compare Ravella because Paredes was on the thumbnail, so I just went into Paredes. But you talk about being busy. He's looking for the ball 100 more times than minutes played. Again, it all depends on what you want to see in this team. Obviously, Allegri is going to be that guy that wants the Regista, so I'm fine with Paredes coming in if it's financially feasible. Again, if it's not financially feasible, then hell no. I'm exactly like you all. Stefano Testoni says a loan with an option to buy could be positive. Yep. Kakashi saying F you to Justin. What did Justin do to you, Kakashi? Rafael Franco saying, was Locatelli originally a Regista or a Mezzala? He played in a double pivot for Sassuolo as he progressed through the years in Serie A. He played in a 4-2-3-1, so he's on the left-hand side there, but he controlled the game higher up the pitch. It's a totally different role here. Compared to a Regista where you get the ball deeper in your own half sometimes, or you're deeper than where the defender's set up. So at Juventus now, if he plays as a Mezzala, he'll obviously get the ball closer to goal. That's what we want. We want his somewhat creativity and his goal-scoring ability to be there, so we can actually go and score some goals from midfield, because that's what we sorely lack, especially with McKennie out, especially with Pogba out. I'm going to ask the people here. Okay, so Stefano's saying, I don't agree with your statement. The boys are just stating what they think Allegri wants. Paredes is what is available. Huh? I don't agree with your statement. The boys are just stating what they think Allegri wants. No, we know what Allegri wants. Allegri wants a Regista. That's common knowledge. You've seen it in the preseason games. That's how we were setting up. We had one guy going to collect the ball, whether it was Orvella or Locatelli. That's the style of play that we have. That's the position we have to go and collect the ball and dictate play. So, you can disagree with me, but it's fact. You can watch it. It's been stated in the news, in the media, so that's what it is. Rafael Franco saying, is Paredes a player that lasts the whole 90 minutes? I wouldn't play him the whole 90 minutes. I'd play him probably 70, 75 minutes unless we're desperate and we don't have many players, but I would preserve him as much as possible, which is one of his cons. Again, I'm not saying Paredes is Jesus Christ. I'm saying that he is a player that could potentially unlock other players so we can play the style of football Allegri wants. I'm not saying it's the correct decision. I'm not saying Paredes is the next big thing. He's 28 years old. He is who he is. It allows other players to play in their actual positions. Lester saying, ciao lads, I think Kostic and Paredes are both really good options for the team. Again, if this is a make or break year for Allegri, Allegri's getting the pieces and the toys that he wants. I think we've been saying that for the past week now at least, especially with the names that are coming out in terms of targets. it's a make or break year for Allegri, because if this doesn't go well, he got all the pieces that he wanted, or the player profiles that he wanted. Not necessarily he got the best regista in the world, you know what I mean, or the best wingers in the world, but he's getting the pieces and the toys that he wants. It's up to him to make it work. And yesterday, all three of us were on a live, Justin, myself, and Ale. We were all on a live yesterday, and I laid out the potential lineups with injuries and without injuries, with the targets that we've addressed. On paper, we should win Serie A because it's probably the best team on paper, without injuries. With injuries, it's not the best, but it's still at least a top 3 squad. We should be having no. I'm not going to say that we should be having no issues because we're going to have issues. We should on paper and on just the result, we should win majority of our games. We shouldn't be 29-9 like last year or whatever we were, only winning barely half our games. We should have more. We should have closer to 30 wins next year with the squad and the squad that's being made and the players that Allegri wants. Because if he's a true winner, if Allegri's a true winner and he's getting the players he wants, then he should have no issues. Misak is saying, "Yo, just give the coach whatever he wants, so that there wouldn't be any excuse." That's exactly what I just said. Oh, Stefano is agreeing with me. All right, Stefano, good job. Big up to you. Yeah. Okay. So now that we're done, I'm done talking about. Oh my goodness, that just jumped up and spiked up. 48 people like the video before Chelsea starts. Let's get to 50 likes today because I know it's a Saturday. I know people don't really tune in on Saturdays, but let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll get Kostic in before Tuesday. We'll get a here we go on Monday if we get 50 likes in. So now I'll open it up to the chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. I gave my Regista spiel. I gave my. Well, actually, if you're tuning in late, I'll say the game on Sunday has been changed. It's canceled. It's not going to be in Israel. It's got moved to Juventus' training facility at Contenassa, and it'll be at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. CEST. So Ossie Kula and Karen Odie are saying essentially the same thing. Morata or Depay, Ossie's asking, and Karen Odie is saying, who do you think we will get as a backup striker? I didn't watch because I don't understand Italian. I saw on Twitter a very poor source in Tancredi Palmieri say that Memphis Depay is not close, but Juventus is actually working hard on Memphis Depay. If it's between Depay and Morata, I think you choose Depay. I know you choose Depay. I don't know if Allegri chooses Depay, but I know as a watcher of football that you choose Depay. No questions asked. He creates chances. He does all that stuff. He has good finishing. Is the work rate as good as Morata's? No. Allegri rates work rate a lot. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. But I don't think we're going to get Depay because only bad sources are saying that we are close to Depay. I think it's going to be Morata. I think that's obvious. It's not the easiest deal to do, but it's what, again, Allegri wants. Allegri wants a workhorse. He wants a guy who can play who will do what he wants because he doesn't know Depay. He doesn't know if Depay will do what he wants. He knows Morata will do what he wants. So I think it's going to be Morata. But I would choose Depay. Also, Depay would be close to free, if we're going to be honest. Like, screw Barcelona. Offer not even 5 million, like closer to 2 or 3 million, or start saying, hey, I want Depay for free. Because they're in such a bad state that they need that contract off the books, and we can go poach him with ease. Lester saying Depay all day. Misak saying, seems like he doesn't want Udogi or Raspadori or other unproven players. He wants to win with experienced players. Okay, sure, give it to him. If he doesn't deliver, then out. It's seeming to be like that. I don't know if we don't win the Scudetto, but he gets all the players we want. Is he definitely going to be fired after 2 years? Is that fair? Because we didn't really spend any money on these players. It's not like we spent $50 million on this left winger. We're not spending $50 million on a regista. We're getting these cost-effective deals for these players that fit the profile of what Allegri wants. So I don't know if it's... I gotta see what I want to say here. I agree he should be fired if they don't win this year and he's getting all the toys he wants. But at the same time, I don't know if Agnelli will do that. Raven saying, 1 game Locatelli, Paredes, Rovella, Zakaria, 1 game last season, Berna, Benta, Ramsey. No one can tell me that we have a worse team than last season. I agree with you, Raven. Especially if we get these couple of players in. Like, Kostic is better than Bernadeschi. Di Maria, for this 1 year, will be better than Dybala. Zakaria, I don't know if he's better than Bentancur right now. I think he is. I want to say he is. I want to hope that he is. But I don't know if he's for sure. But yeah, the players on paper are better than what we had last year. There's no doubt. Except maybe, is Bremer better than De Ligt? Serie A Defender of the Year? I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But on paper, we are better. Karen, I answered your question already. Raven saying, good, we don't have to travel. Oh, for the game? Yep, I agree. Raphael saying, Depay would be free as well. And Karen is saying, Depay is better technically. I agree with both those. I don't agree. I don't know if he's going to be free. I think he still will Barcelona will make you pay like just a small nominal fee, but essentially it would be a good signing. It'd be similar to what the Zakaria signing would be. You're getting a player that's way, you don't have to pay like even close to their transfer value. Homo View is asking, why are we not interested in Angelino? He's close to Hoffenheim. Yeah, he's going to go sign with Hoffenheim. Again, does Allegri want that type of defender? Does he want that player to play left back for Juventus? I think this market has been solely driven by Allegri. It's clear almost because Di Maria, older player, fits a need, and we signed him. Paul Pogba, not older player, aging player, fits a need, we signed him. Cambiasso was signed, loaned out right away, 22 years old, when we needed a left back. Bremer, direct replacement from De Ligt. He has some pedigree to him. Makes sense. Allegri, sounds like Allegri. These players that are coming in, Kostic, aging player, has some pedigree. They're going to sign him. So I don't know. Angelino doesn't have the pedigree. He doesn't have the player profile to play left back for Max Allegri. He's poor defensively, and I don't know how much Allegri wants his fullbacks to go out and attack. And don't blast me saying, oh, modern football needs modern day fullbacks. I agree with you. However, Max Allegri's our coach. How often do you see our fullbacks going deep into the attacking third? Promesta is complaining about the physio team. Injuries, we need to change the physio team and medical team. No more injuries. How you survive a season with 10 or 12 injuries. It's crazy. Milan did it though. So good for Milan. People get the likes in. Get the likes in because we're on the verge of signing Filip Kostic. So get the likes in for that. Kakashi saying, calm down before you turn into a bigger clown. I don't even think I was yelling. Raphael is saying, what do you think the lineup will be? No injuries after the transfer window. Formation as well. So if there's no injuries, if we delete the injuries from our squad, I think it's a 4-3-3. I think it's Tech. I think it's Sandro, Bremer, Bonucci, Danilo. Then I think in midfield as a regista, if we get him, Paredes, Pogba, Locatelli as Metzalas. Across the front three will be Chiesa, Vlahovic, Di Maria. On paper, that's really good. For Serie A, I'll say that's really good. Obviously, a couple holes at fullback, but everything else is pretty strong. Sonny Kiwan, one of our members, saying there are some reports that Kostic will be done before Tuesday. Frankfurt's coach said that Kostic is going to play the UEFA Super Cup against Real Madrid. So that's on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that Kostic was going to play that as well, to be honest, because why wouldn't you go for your last hurrah for a trophy? And you're going to say, as a Juventus fan, nah, why would you want to do that? Don't sacrifice yourself, get injured. Players don't think like that. Players say, oh, trophy. Why wouldn't you want to play? Michael Rosso wants to fire Allegri right now. OC is saying SMS ain't coming. I'm sorry to say that. Sorry to dash dreams here. Misak, he should, must. It's fair. It's the names he wanted. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm very far behind on here. Okay. I'm very far behind in the comments. Okay, so here we go. Remember I said, I don't know if Zakaria is better than Bentancur? Mr. Maxon saying Benta is better than Zakaria. Yusuf is saying Zakaria is better than Bentancur. So, here we go. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through. Oh, Kakashi I think is a troll. You gotta pay the troll toll, Kakashi. Here's a comment from Dal Jones. Kostic is not the best, but also not the worst. Still Kostic over Smalzy any day. Okay. Long term, you probably pick Zaniolo just because the ceiling is so high for him. But short term, I guess Kostic is the correct answer. But, oh well. Anthony Trimboli saying, I heard projected 2 lineups with either Fagioli on the left and Locca as a regista, or Vela as the regista and Locca on the left. Listen, if we're talking about the squad on paper right now, not including names in the market, and obviously not including Pogba, McKennie, Chiesa, I think match day 1 Sassuolo. I think Rovella starts and Locatelli plays left Mezzala and Zakaria plays right Mezzala. I think that's what's going to happen, and then that would be our midfield. And I'm okay with it as long as it's not for the full season. If Rovella is our starting regista for the full season, I'm worried because I don't know if he has the track record. Oh, he doesn't have the track record, but I don't know if he can keep up for 38 games Serie A at a high enough level for us to win the Scudetto. Rafael is asking, who do you think Juve will sign the rest of this Mercato? Also, who do you wish they would sign? Who I wish. Who I do think, it's going to be Kostic. Obviously, I think they'll sign... So, I'll preface this. If they sell 2 midfielders, they will sign Paredes. But they have to sell the 2 midfielders first. And I think, at the end of the day, Morata will come in near the end of August. So those 3 players will come in. No more defensive signings, I don't think, unless Pellegrini leaves. If Pellegrini leaves, we'll get another left back, but I don't know who. I have no idea who. So I think it's Morata, Kostic, and if 2 midfielders leave, it's Paredes. Now, who do I want? I want the best players in the world. I want the best players in the world to come to Juventus and play. Like the video, people. Like it. Lester Williams is saying, name a better left midfielder that fits our system. If we're playing a 4-3-3, I cannot name you a better player that will fit our system because Allegri wants a workhorse. I view football in a different mind than Allegri. So by you asking that fits our system, I can't name you a better player. But there are plenty of left wingers that are better than Kostic. But I could not name you a better player that fits Allegri's system. So this is why we're getting Kostic. Yusuf is saying Zakaria provided the same, if not more, in half a season compared to Bentancur's time at Juventus. Okay, that's an opinion. Jim Bob's asking for a Pogba update. I think he's back September 11th against Salernitana, barring any setbacks. So we can't speculate until we hear another update on him. As of right now, we know Pogba will be back. I'm not going to say ready to go for Salernitana match day 6. But it is what it is. We'll see. Sonny agrees with me totally. That's why I don't believe we will have Kostic before Thursday. That's what I think. I agree. Haneen says, I think Fagioli starts. Allegri's been starting him over Ravella. Yeah, to be honest, I was waiting for Sunday to see what the final 11 would look like before our first match. Because this is going to be the last time we see a proper starting 11 before match day 1. And if Fagioli started that, then if Fagioli starts Sunday, tomorrow, then he's starting match day 1. I think if Ravella starts Sunday or tomorrow, whoever starts tomorrow is starting on Sunday, or sorry, match day 1, barring injury, which could happen. So that's why I think that's going to happen. Michael Rosso wants Ital Juve. Yeah, that'd be great, but I don't think we're going to get that. Rafael says, who do I want realistically? Who I want... Okay, so if I was coaching Juventus, I would still do a 4-3-3. I would. But I would change it up a little bit differently. I would have wingers that are capable of beating their man like consistently. I think of a guy like Bayer Leverkusen's Moussa Diaby. I think of that guy who would want to probably make a step up. He's a French guy. French guys usually do good on Juventus. Don't say Rabiot. But he's direct. He has trickery. He has final product, end product. I would like a guy like him. Is this realistic? No. But that's how I view football, as wingers in a 4-3-3. I want a destroyer in midfield to play in the holding role, not a regista. Because if I get the ball, if I'm the destroying midfield, think of like an Yves Bissouma. Yves Bissouma would clean up play, pass the ball to the better players, and they go forward. He's on cleanup duty, basically. They're the holding midfielder that sits in front of the center backs. So, and I would keep I would say Di Maria is fine, Vlahovic is fine, Locatelli, Pogba, Metzeles is fine, but I would need a proper destroyer in midfield and a direct winger playing left wing. I know we have Chiesa, but like another direct winger, and obviously new fullbacks because I would want them to overlap and actually get forward in the final third. Michael Ross is saying Atletico and Juve is cancelled. No, it's not. They're going to play tomorrow at the Contenassa. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if we're doing a watch along because I don't know if it's going to be broadcasted. So again, stay tuned. Get some likes in, people. Get some likes in. Kamal saying we need at least 2 players up front after Kostic. Do we need to improve on our attack? Yes. But I don't think we're going to get... I think after Kostic, we'll get one more attacker. And I think it's going to be Morata. Should we improve on Keane? Yes. But I don't think we will. Permesta is saying, I think if Ravella can work his long passes, he'll be starter. Yeah, I agree. He just has to clean up some things. He has to clean up his ball retention and his passing accuracy a bit more. And he has to improve... not improve, but like... He has to be able to show that he can play as many games as possible. He's a young player, so there you go. I need him to stay in the squad at least. I don't want to see him go. YFG is saying Serbian, Brazilian Juve over Italian Juve. Well, you're getting that. Rafael is saying I want Serb Juve because of Milinkovic-Savic. That'd be great, but I don't think it's happening. And Stefano's asking me if Muriel is completely dead. So the person's not dead, but the rumors of him coming. I don't think they're going to die until we get that second forward. His name will always be linked to us until we get Morata or him. So, or after August 31st when the deadline's done. Michael Ross was saying Ital Juve all the way. They care about the shirt. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah. Sorry, I just saw something pop on my phone. Karen Odie saying, why did we re-sign DeCilio? Any confidence in Keane for you? We re-signed DeCilio as fullback cover, and because it's his Allegri's godson. I'm kidding. I have no idea why. DeCilio stinks. He should have been let go. But any confidence in you for Keane? No. Did he score those 2 goals against Barcelona? Yes. Did he impress me during those 3 games? No. I saw the same Keane from last season. Not direct when he goes and when he plays left wing. Doesn't have the end product as well in terms of crossing and or finishing as a winger. He's not going to start over Vlahovic, so I have zero confidence in Moise Keane. But that's me. Sonny Kiwan. Oh yeah, Rabiot's back. Sonny Kiwan saying, I have a feeling tomorrow it's going to be a Rabiot, Locatelli, Zakaria. I'm going to say something. If Rabiot doesn't start, because I totally forgot about him. If Rabiot doesn't start tomorrow and Fagioli actually starts, I think Rabiot's at the door. I think a deal is actually close with Rabiot. Because when have you ever seen Max Allegri not use Adrian Rabiot when he's fit? Never. He's always there. He's always ready to rock. So even the VR Perosa game, Rabiot was available, but he didn't start. But I guess he was coming back. He didn't train with the team and all that. So I don't know. That's an interesting one though. Yeah, Raven. Jesus Christ, I forgot we still had Rabiot. Yeah, same. Yusuf is saying, I'd want someone like Damsgaard. Fair. He's on his way to Brentford from the dude from Sampdoria, Mikkel Damsgaard, the Danish guy. He'd be a good backup. Remember we were quoted like 40 million for him last year because of the Euro Cup, and now he had a really crap year, and now he's going for like 20. Anyways, I don't think Allegri wants that type of player. I don't think Allegri rates him, obviously, or else we'd probably sniff around that because he played in Serie A. He's a younger profile. That'd probably be a good guy for you and I to get, but for Max Allegri, he's not that guy. Yeah, Misak already answered that. Mr. Maxon, we need Paredes because he has bad and he's an upgrade on Arthur and he's better defensively than Arthur. Absolutely. Pogba will always be injured even when he comes back. We need experienced Regista to free up Locatelli. I agree with you, Mr. Maxon. It doesn't have to be Paredes per se, but if that's the only guy available, yes. Oh, Justin's getting butthurt about Serbian team. Matthew Cuddy is saying one improvement in managerial department will bring a whole lot of positivity. So I'll ask the people, the 54 viewers in here, should we change coaches now? Should we change coaches now? Not now, sorry. At the end of the season, if we don't win anything, should we change coaches? Again. For the 5th time in 6 years. Should we do that? Is that how a properly run club works? Or should we let the season run its course, see how we do? If we don't win, what were the reasons why? If the reasons were strictly and fundamentally from how we played the game, then you have to look into it. But if it's because Vlahovic, Chiesa, Pogba missed more than half the season, Di Maria checked out mentally, Bremer ended up not being able to adapt to a 4 in the back, is that all Allegri's fault? But if it's strictly style of play, Allegri's got to go. And I'll say that. Yusuf Miller is saying, sign Sardar Azmoun. No. Anthony Trimboli saying, do you think there is still a chance for Raspadori? I saw Napoli isn't even willing to spend 40, so maybe we have a chance. I don't think we're getting Raspadori. I think Napoli's going to get him. I think Napoli's going to get Raspadori, and I think that's done. Not done. I think it's going to be... I think it's either he's going to Napoli or he's staying at Sassuolo. I don't think we're truly in for him unless like Moise Kean left and we got some coin and he's a direct replacement. Johansa is saying, it's shocking looking at the wingbacks we are entering the new season with. Absolutely horrifying. It actually puts more pressure on the wingers knowing we don't have any attacking output from the fullbacks. I agree. I also want to say that, again, Allegri, his system doesn't allow the fullbacks to push forward. Unless you're Juan Cuadrado and we're desperate. But I don't see Danilo providing any attacking output as a fullback. I don't see... we know Alessandro and Pellegrini do nothing. So, do you think it's the players or do you think it's the way they're set up? Kamal saying, I believe we will start the game with a 3-4-1-2 if Kostic arrives early. Kostic ain't playing tomorrow. And I don't think we're playing 3 at the back. Actually, in fact, I know we're not playing 3 at the back. Wing of Winter saying, Pinaldo, the best player in the world. No, he's not. Delit, one of the best CBs in the world. Yeah, why didn't we win? Well, we didn't have Ronaldo last year, so Delit was good last year, but the rest of the team was crap. So we didn't win. Home review is saying Keane and Rabiot are suspended for the first game. Correct. I'm praying Monaco make the Champions League and come for Rabiot. Me too. Isn't Rabiot banned for the first game? Yep. I don't think... Will Rabiot not start because of a suspension for Serie A? I think he'll play still. He needs some minutes under his legs, to be honest. Dan Brillo saying Locatelli, Paredes, Zakaria is a good starting midfield. Everyone's saying yes, definitely. How can you people forget about Rabiot? Yeah. Oh, okay, so everyone's answering my question of does Allegri get fired if stylistically on the field stuff doesn't work out and we don't win. Okay. I have another question to add on top of that. If we win Serie A and we play pragmatic, absolute crap style of football, does he get fired? Do you want him to get fired? Even if we win. Even if we win. Dembélé is all in for Muriel. Nice. This won't be a long stream also, by the way, because it is a Saturday afternoon. But get the likes in. We need 11 more likes to get where I want to be at. We want 50 likes for this one. And then we get Kostic by the time match day 1 starts. If we get Kostic by the time match day 1 starts, it's because of you guys, because we got 50 likes on this video. So do it. Del Juve Pro makes a great point. The lack of pace in the team is very worrying. The only one fast enough to beat their man is Chiesa. Great point. Another reason why I see Kostic coming in, I'm saying, what's going on here? He doesn't beat his man a lot. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil my coach's corner for Filip Kostic, but he only beats his man 43% of the time. So, and we have players who we don't trust going forward that have a way better successful dribble or one-on-one dribble rate. I don't want to name names. If you ask me who, I'll say who. But yeah. Michael Rosso saying fire Allegri regardless. Misak saying keep him. Dembele saying yes. B1897 saying no. Yusuf saying no because winning is the most important thing. Dalviva Pera saying, I don't even care that much about winning as title. I just want to see the team make some effing progress for once. 1897 says, winning is all that matters. Raven saying, if we win, he will stay 100%. No, I agree with that. I'm asking you people if you think he should be fired if we don't play aesthetically pleasing football, but we win. Michael Ross is saying, man can win the treble. I'd fire his ass immediately. Too funny. 2 dislikes, eh? Well, I guess we're not getting Kostic. Probabilistic skepticism saying, why didn't we hire Jose Mourinho back then? I don't think Jose Mourinho wants to ever come to Juventus. Justin, you're funny. Anthony Trimboli saying, I say it depends on the Champions League if they win the Scudetto. So, Anthony's having a take here. If we don't perform in the Champions League, they'd still fire him even if they win the Scudetto? Is that what I'm saying? Or I'm hearing? That's bold, because we ain't winning that. Dan Brilli saying, who do you think will be our backup striker? I think it's Morata. I think it's going to be Morata at the end. I think he's going to come August 29th. He'll be a Juventus player. Permesta saying Allegri is a great coach, but don't get me wrong, he just continues Conte's team build. So yeah, I see what he's trying to say. So he's saying that Allegri took over Conte's what Conte built in those 3 years, and Allegri just took over and refined it a bit and took him to European, not glory, a better European outlook. Yusuf saying, if Allegri was to get sacked, who would be the replacement? Someone Italian. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know who. I don't know who to look for. I don't know. Everyone's going to say, oh, Italiano, oh, Pioli, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. And it's not going to be Zidane. 1897 is saying Kostic has a lot of other qualities with which he compensates for the lack of dribbling skills and speed. Can you let me know his other qualities besides his ability to cross and his work rate? He's got 2 things going for him, which is fine. I'm not complaining. But everyone's hyping him up way too much. The hype is going uncontrollably, and I think it's just because we're desperate for a new signing. Was he Europa League Player of the Year? Yes. Did he fit in the system that he was put into? Yes. Is he going to play in a new role here? Yes. A lot of things are happening. I don't know if it's going to be the same Kostic that you saw at Frankfurt. Dan Brilli's covering his face because I said Morata. Yeah, it's going to be him. I'm predicting August 29th that we're going to have Morata. Dalvive Pro saying we are slow, predictable, and awful at counterattacks. Our offensive will be as shit this season. I think it might be a little bit better because I think Di Maria offers something a little bit different, creativity-wise, final ball. I know it wasn't good in the preseason matches, but I do believe that Di Maria has the quality to unlock stingy defenses and be good. And not totally transform, but compared to last season, be way better in our attack. Thank you, Stefano, for shouting out the likes. Just some Inter fan. If you fire Allegri, who would be the replacement? I have no idea. All I know is that I don't think Agnelli's going to fire him if he wins the Scudetto. Actually, I know he's not going to fire him if he wins the Scudetto. If shit hits the fan and we're out of the Champions League spots and we're playing horrendous football, he's got to go. And I have no idea who's going to come and replace him. But if that's the case, if that worst case scenario happens, you're going to see half the team leave. You are. That's the reality of it. Everyone wants Champions League football. Misak saying it's Conte written all over this. You think he's gonna come back? I'll put another question. Do you guys actually, do people in this chat, I think there's 50 people in here, do you actually think Antonio Conte is going to come back if we fire Allegri in 2023? I don't see it happening. I see Tottenham doing well. I see Antonio Conte getting backed at Tottenham. I don't see any reason for him to leave and come back to Juventus. Try and like the video, guys. Please, please, please. We got about less than 10 minutes left. Kamal saying, Kostic has 99% forward pass accuracy. I can tell you he does not. I can tell you he does not have that at all. But yeah, we'll move on. Johansa is saying, if only Juve gave this same support to Pirlo or Sarri. Okay. Sarri, no, because that dressing room was a shambles. So I agree with firing Sarri. With Pirlo, I still, to this day, I want to see another season. I wanted to see another season. I know that the team on paper, they lost Ronaldo. By the way, thinking about it now, would Ronaldo have left if Pirlo stayed? Probably. I'm going to say probably, but do you think he had a really good relationship with Pirlo? I don't know if he would have left. Anyways, not the point. But I would have liked to see Pirlo have another chance, especially with another season under his way of thinking. Maybe Kulusevski would have been better. I'm not saying that just because I like Kulusevski. Maybe Chiesa carries on from where he left off instead of having to reset completely with Allegri. Shit might have been different. Actually, it definitely would have been different. But who knows? Tushar, I agree with you about Kulusevski. Raven saying, I saw Keenan Rabiot playing there, so can't go wrong with Kostic. I guess. Probably, again, I'll call you PS. I am with Razzo on Pirlo. Tushar saying, bring back Pirlo. Promessa saying, dilemma. We want Allegri to get fired, but we don't want Juve to lose. That is a dilemma. I don't know if I want Allegri to get fired. I don't know if I want him yet. If I see another shit show of a season, the way we play with no ideas going forward, then yes, he's got to go. His ideas of playing football are lost in the mid-teens, mid-20 teens. It's evolved a lot more. Offensive, attacking, flowing football has changed. Don't tell me Real Madrid won the Champions League playing pragmatic football because they still had absolute ballers and free-flowing ideas going forward. Vinicius Jr., Karim Benzema, even when they had Valverde out there, that's free-flowing plus the central midfielders that they have. Don't tell me it's pragmatic. Was it not the most free open? Sure. Are there more creative teams? Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, Real Madrid won by still playing attacking football. Yeah, but people are saying Conte won't come back. I agree. Tushar saying, Justin, I was your 300-something subscriber. You have 10 times subs now. There you go. Good on you, Tushar. Big up to you. Misak is a big Conte in guy. Or Conte coming back. Of course, it's all written in the stars for Conte. Conte still fails in Europe too. He needs to give the club the captain that he captained to European glory that he's never done. No. Yeah, Hanin bangs it on the head here. No, he won't. Tottenham is spending more. Yeah. I'm just scrolling through, see if I missed anything. Okay, so this is my Ronaldo. Yeah, I don't know. Anthony's saying if Ronaldo didn't leave, we wouldn't have gotten Vlahovic. Okay, yeah, 100%. Jacob Ibrahimi is saying Conte has his war chest for transfers now. He ain't going to the next couple of years unless he gets sacked. Yeah, I agree. Sisman saying Pirlo won 2 cups and beat top 4 teams 6 times. Again, yeah. I was kind of not rattled that Pirlo got fired. I think everyone was in a state of shock because we didn't win the title when Pirlo was the coach. And it was a hasty decision because everyone was like, we should still win the title, yada yada yada. Our team was declining before Sarri came. So at the end of the day, I think people were just in a state of shock and they wanted Pirlo out because we didn't win the league again. But something just clicked in my ear really loud. I think we were too hasty and too quick to fire Pirlo. And I'll stand by that stance for however long I do this channel for. I'm out. That's 2 of my biggest regrets are Kulusevski and Pirlo. Haneen's asking me, do you think Italiano would be the future of Juventus or would be in the future of Juventus? He has to do, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of Italiano because he is a very open-minded coach in terms of how he thinks the game. But in terms of Juventus, if he wins a Coppa Italia with Fiorentina, starts opening some eyes that way, finishes higher in the table, I think that it's a good chance, or there's a chance that he could be hired. But at this point, no, not right now. I don't know how to say that name, so Stefano Tostoni is saying, this is my take on what's going on. With so many needs to be addressed, I think they are trying to fill the gaps. When the squad is stabilized, then they will spend bigger on toys, unfortunately. Yes, I'll agree with you. Players need to leave, firstly. The deadwood needs to leave. The likes of Rugani, Sandro's contract needs to leave. Pellegrini needs to leave. Probably Danilo, DeScilio, Quadrado. Like, basically every defender besides Bremer and Gatti need to leave. So that's 7 defenders need to leave. In midfield, you got Rabiot. Arthur needs to leave. One of the young Italian midfielders needs to leave just for space. Zach or Mac probably need to leave. And up top, Moise Kean needs to leave. That's almost half the team that actually need to leave. The other ones, you got 4 untouchables and you got fine players that are good, could be good squad players. But other than that, like, there's a lot of players that need to leave this club before we can even think about investing again. Misak saying he has zero balance in his setup. His teams get super or exposed super. Oh, he's talking about Italiano. Two more likes, people. 2 more likes. Let's get them in. You get them in, and Kostic is a Juventus player for match day 1 against Sassuolo. Oh, Raffaello, this is a hot take from him. If Juve start the first 4 games like last season, I think Allegri gets the gate or gets the sack. Damn. We got over 50 likes. Thank you all. Thank you all. Appreciate it. That's crazy. I don't think we'll not win in our first 4 games again. Knock on wood. Knocking on wood. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on everything as the transfer season continues and as our season on the field continues. Stay tuned to this channel because we're going to cover everything. We have our Serie A, the season prediction, all that stuff that's coming on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Click the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest content. I believe a daily news video is coming up shortly. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're doing a watch along now, But stay tuned again, as always. Follow our Twitter account, Instagram, and Facebook at Bianconeri Zone. Follow myself at Gennady151 on Twitter. Follow Justin Sofro at Justin Sofro. He's been in the chat all day talking with you all, so that's good. And follow Alejandro at AlejandroBZ for his takes about Vroom Vroom and depressing negative Juventus stuff. But that's it for today. I got to go do stuff. I got a busy day today. Thank you all for watching. We'll have, again, more lives in the future. Ciao for now. Have a great day. Forza Juve.